Hello children, welcome back to my channel. I am now dealing with 10th class maths coordinate geometry. In this example 13, find the centroid of the triangle whose vertices are 3 comma minus 5, minus 7 comma 4, 10 comma minus 2. And we need to find out the centroid. Already we have discussed in the previous class about centroid formula. Centroid is considered as G. So G xy is nothing but x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. This is the derivation which I have done. So in the problem, we have got x1 and y1 values are 3 comma minus 5 and x2 y2 are minus 7 comma 4, x3 y3 are 10 comma minus 2. These are the values given to us. So now we need to find out what is g of x and g of y. Separately we will do. G of x is x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. So this is nothing but x1 3 plus x2 minus 7 plus x3 10. You need not keep minus. It is a 10. x3 is 10 by 3. That is 3 minus 7 plus 10 by 3. So you can consider it as this is equal to 10 plus 3, 13 minus 7 by 3, that is 6 by 3, that is 2. Therefore, g of x is equal to 2. We have got g of x value as 2. Now, let us see what is g of y. G of y is equal to y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. So, what is y1? y1 is minus 5 plus what is y2? y2 is 4 plus what is y3? minus 2 by 3. That means minus 5 plus 4 minus 2 by 3 minus 7 plus 4 by 3 minus 3 by 3. This is minus 1. Therefore, g of y is equal to minus 1. So, with the help of this, you can find out coordinates of the centroid. That is, therefore, g of x comma y is equal to g of x. Here you have got g of x as 2 and y as minus 1. So, we will be writing it as 2 comma minus 1. This is the answer for this problem, children. Please note it down. Now do this sum, children. This is find the same type of problem. Find the centroid of a triangle whose vertices are given as minus 4 comma 6, 2 comma minus 2 and 2 comma 1. So what is given to us? x1 y1 is minus 4 comma 6 and x2 y2 is how much? 2 comma minus 2 and x3 y3. This is x3 y3 that is 2 comma 5. You have got these values. Now g of x y formula is x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 and y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. This is the formula. Each one we will do separately. G of x is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. So this is equal to x1. x1 is minus 4 plus x2 2 plus x3 2 by 3. That is minus 4 plus 4 by 3. minus 4 plus 4 by 3. These two will get cancelled. 0 by 3, that is 0. So g of x is equal to 0 we have got. Now let us go for g of y. What is, let us see what is g of y. G of y formula again, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. So what is y1? 6 plus y2 is minus 2 plus y3 is 5 by 3. That is 6 plus 5, 11 minus 2 by 3. That is 9 by 3. 3 ones are 3 threes are. So this is 3. Therefore, g of y is equal to 3. So your problem is g of x comma y. G of x comma y is x value is 0 and y value is 3. So 0 comma 3 is the answer of this problem, children. Please note it down. Now example 4, children. Example 4 is about, in which ratio does the point minus 4 comma 6 divide the line segment joining the points A minus 6 comma 10 and B 3 comma minus 8. Earlier we have done section formula, children. That section formula we have to use to find out this ratio. We don't know. So let the ratio is equal to m1 is to m2. So coordinates of the point, coordinates so first let me write this. Let P divides, let the point P divides AB in AB line segment in M1 is to M2 ratio. We are considering it, the ratio is less. So coordinates of P. What are the coordinates they have given? Minus 4 comma 6. And also they have given coordinates of A as minus 6 comma 10 and coordinates of B is given as 3 comma minus 8. Now here, children, both the values m1 and m2 ratio we need to find out means we know that p of x is m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2. P of y is m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. This formula we have to use. But here, since p coordinates are given both, either you can take p of x or you can take p of y to continue the problem. So let me take p of x. So P of x formula is m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2. So here x1 y1 means I should consider this as x1 y1 and this is x2 y2. So P of x is already given, that is minus 4 is equal to m1 we don't know, we are writing it as m1 only, x2 is 3 plus m2 as it is into x1 is minus 6 by m1 plus m2. I hope I am clear, children. They have given coordinates of p of x, p of y they are. We need to find out the ratio. The ratio formula, if you remember section formula, what is the section formula? I'll write once here and I'll rub it. Section formula, what is the section formula we have learned? P of x comma y is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2 comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. This derivation also I have taught you children. In the previous videos you have got this derivation. This is section formula. They have given P of x coordinate, P of y coordinate. Means what? P of x means calculation of this part. P of y means calculation of this part they have already given. So what we are taking, either x or y, we can take and solve this problem. So I am taking P of x. So when I take P of x, I should take this formula m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2. So in this way, I have taken a P of x value. They have given -4. Then is equal to m1 we don't know, x2 is here 3 plus m2 we don't know, x1 is -6 by m1 plus m2. So this section formula, please remember children, if you know this only we will do. I'll continue my problem now. Now let me continue. -4 is equal to 3 into m1 is 3m1, minus into plus is minus 6m2 by m1 plus m2. So this cross multiplication, -4 into m1 plus m2 is equal to 3m1 minus 6m2. That is -4m1 minus 4m2 is equal to 3m1 minus 6m2. So let me send this, bring this m1 here, -4m1 by 3m minus 3m1 plus 3m1, when it comes here -3m1 is equal to -6m2 minus becomes plus 4m2 you are getting. Okay. This means how much it is children? -7m1 is equal to -2m2. So these two minuses you can cancel. Now here m1 by m2, I am bringing m2 here. m1 by m2 is equal to 2 by 7. This 7 will come to this place. So m1 is to m2 is equal to 2 is to 7 we have got. So the question is, in which ratio the point divides? So the point divides AB in, the point divides AB line segment in 2:7 ratio. This is the answer children. Please note it down. Now the next example 15 children. Example 15 is, find the ratio in which y-axis divides the line segment joining the points 5, -6, -1, -4. Also find the point of intersection. Means what are the coordinates of this point? Children, earlier they have given the coordinates of the points, but in this case they have not given the coordinates points. But we can find out. How can you find out? We know that point on y-axis. How will you take point on y-axis? 0, b, general point. I have taught you earlier. 0, b is the point on y-axis. We know that, no? So if you have x coordinate and y coordinate, if you take any point here, suppose you want to name this point 0, 1, you will write. And x-axis 1, 0 you will write. That is why the general formula here is 0, b, and here a, 0. This is what we have discussed earlier children. So b, 0, b is any point that is there on y-axis. Any point on x-axis we have to write 1, 0. So this is 0, b I have written. Now let the point divides AB in M1 is to M2 ratio. We don't know. So M1 into M2 ratio. Now, coordinates of A is equal to 5 comma minus 6. Consider it as x1 and y1, and coordinates of B is equal to minus 1 comma minus 4. It is x2 comma y2. Okay. Now again, which formula we have to use? Children, for the earlier problem, we have taken x coordinate of P and we have done that to get the point, to get the value of M1 and M2. If you have problems in this way, in which one is 0 and another one is either B or A, just now I have taught you, on x-axis A comma 0, on y-axis 0 comma B. So we have no other scope. We have to take in this problem the point P has got the ordered pairs as 0 comma B. We cannot take B and do it because B is only a letter. So we have to consider 0. 0 is in which place? It is in x coordinate place. So we have to take P of x formula. So P of x is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2. So P of x value is 0 is equal to m1 x2. What is x2? Minus 1 plus m2 x1. x1 is 5 by m1 plus m2. So here 0 is equal to minus m1 plus 5m2 by m1 plus m2. Minus into plus minus. So 1 m1 means m1 only. So what can I do, children, here? Cross multiplication means 0 into m1 and plus m2 is nothing but 0 only. So 0 is equal to minus m1 plus 5m2. So bring this m1 here. m1 is equal to 5m2. So m1 by m2 is equal to 5 by 1. Because from here no number means 5 by 1. Therefore, m1 is to m2 is equal to 5 is to 1. So you have got the answer here as 5 is to 1. The point is dividing. The point, therefore, the point divides AB line segment in 5 is to 1 ratio. So one answer we have got, children. After getting the answer, see the continuation of this problem. Also find the point of intersection. They are asking what is the point of intersection. That means coordinates of this point they are asking. One point coordinate of x coordinate is already 0. So we need not bother. Now we have to find out B. B is y coordinate. So we should continue our problem with y coordinate. So P of y. P of y is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. So here what is m1, children? m1 is 5. What is y2? Here y2 is minus 4. Plus m2. m2 is 1 into what is y1? Minus 6 by m1 plus m2. 5 plus 1. So this is minus 20 minus 6 by 6. This is 6 only, no? Minus 20 minus 6 by 6. That is minus 26 by 6, that is 2 3s are 2 13s are minus 13 by 3. Therefore, coordinates of the point on y-axis is equal to 0 comma minus 13 by 3. This is the answer, children, for this problem. Please note it down. In the earlier case, only they have asked m1 is to m2, but they have prolonged here because they have not given the y coordinate of the point. So, you need to do it in this way. Now, children, the next one, example 16. Show that the points A 7, 3, B 6, 1, C 8, 2, and D 9, 4 taken in that order are vertices of a parallelogram. So, let us first draw a parallelogram. This is A, B, C, D. Coordinates of A is 7, 3. B is 6, 1, C is 8, 2, D is 9, 4. Earlier also I told you, children, see, taken in order. Order is very important in coordinate geometry. If you miss the order pairs will change, then you don't get the correct answer. So always you see that order is either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Clockwise means A, B, C, D. Anti-clockwise A, B, C, D. So anyway, but order should be same. A, B, C, D. Like that you should not take. If you take like that, your problem will go wrong. So, see, in that order they said. So, always they are insisting you to take A, B, C, D in an order only. Now, you have to prove that these are the vertices of a parallelogram. Children, in the earlier case also, this type of problems we have done. When have we done? We have done it when we are doing this one distance formula. When we were doing distance formula, we have used one property of parallelogram which says that opposite sides of the parallelogram are equal. So basing on that property, we have found the distances by using root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square formula, and we have done that sums. Because at that time we know only that formula, that is why we have done that problem in that way. But after coming to know about all this section formula, mid values, it's very convenient to use another formula, another property of a parallelogram. What is that property of a parallelogram? Diagonals bisect each other. When you are learning, we have already learned about properties of the parallelogram, square, trapezium, rectangle, everything you have learned in the previous class. So parallelogram properties are opposite sides are equal and diagonals bisect each other. So we will use this diagonals bisect each other here because bisection means the point goes through midpoint of the two line segments. So midpoint formula is very easy. So we will do this problem in that way. So the diagonals, this is one diagonal and this is one diagonal. So A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. This is the symbol, I hope you know this. Therefore, diagonals bisect each other. This should be the property. Let us see whether this property is acceptable here. Diagonals bisect each other means we have to take midpoint formula. So what is midpoint of AC? Midpoint formula, recollect, x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. This is midpoint formula. So what are x1 and y1, x2, y2? So we have to go for A and C. What is the coordinate of A? What is coordinate of C? A coordinate is 7, 3 and C coordinate is 8, 2. This is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2. Do it in rough column, children. This you need not do underneath it, but I need the space, that is why I have done it here. So what are we getting? This is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2, comma y1 plus y2 by 2. So how much am I getting this? 7 plus 8, 15 by 2, comma 5 by 2. So these two I got midpoint of AC. Now let me go for midpoint of BD. So write B and D, children. B coordinates are 6, 1 and D coordinates are 9, 4, x1, y1, x2, y2. So midpoint of BD is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So x1 is 6 plus x2 is 9 by 2, comma y1 is 1 plus y2 is 4 by 2. This is 15 by 2, comma this is 2, sorry, 15 by 2, comma 5 by 2. So you see, midpoint of AC and midpoint of BD. Both of them are same, 15 by 2 I got here, 15 by 2. Therefore, midpoint of AC is equal to midpoint of BD. Therefore, A, B, C, D are the vertices of a parallelogram. This is the answer, children. I need to do it. Please note it down. Example 16. Now, example 17, children. If the points A 6, 1, B 8, 2, C 9, 4 and D P, 3 are the vertices of parallelogram taken in order, find the value of P. So, parallelogram. This is parallelogram in which A, B, C, D order I told you. A 6, 1, B 8, 2, C 9, 4 and D P, 3. So this is diagonal and this is diagonal. Now the question is what, children? They have already given that these are the points, vertices of a parallelogram. In the earlier case, you need to prove that they are vertices of a parallelogram. But in this case, they have already given that they are the vertices of a parallelogram. If they are vertices of a parallelogram, you can say that midpoints of diagonals are same. So we'll write like this one. ABCD is a parallelogram. This is given to us. Therefore, midpoint of AC is equal to midpoint of BD. So let us see one by one. What is midpoint of AC? X1 plus x2 by 2, comma y1 plus y2 by 2. So A and C, A coordinates are 6, 1 and B coordinates, C coordinates are 9, 4. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. So x1 6 plus x2 9 by 2, comma, y1 1 plus y2 4 by 2. That means 15 by 2, comma, 5 by 2. These are the midpoints of AC. Now, let us go for midpoint of BD, that is x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. So B and D. B coordinates are 8, 2. D coordinates are P, 3. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. So x1 is 8 plus x2 is P by 2, comma, y1 is 3. 2. y1 is 2 plus y2 is 3 by 2. So this is 8 plus P by 2, comma, 5 by 2. Now we know that midpoint of AC is equal to midpoint of BD, we said. That means, therefore, 15 by 2, comma, 5 by 2 is equal to 8 plus P by 2, comma, 5 by 2. They are equal. When they are equal, x coordinate should be equal. Therefore, 8 plus P by 2 is equal to 15 by 2. Okay, that means you can cancel these two same denominators. So 8 plus P is equal to 15. What is P? 15 minus 8. So how much are you getting, children? 7. Therefore, P is equal to 7 is the answer, because they are asking what is the coordinate of what is the find the value of P. In this way we have done, children. Please note it out. With this, I am going to conclude my part. In the next class, I will be doing the next part.